ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in here live on Beaufort Zone. We got girls soccer tonight. We got the #1 in the state 3A Beaufort High Eagles taking on the Philip Simmons Lady Iron Horses here at Philip Simmons High School. Should be an exciting matchup. Missed the first game. Game 4-2 Beaufort way. So you can see some high scoring here tonight for soccer, at least 4-2. But, you know, you look at a lot of people, you know, consider spring sports a little bit of lower scoring, you know, kind of hard to get into. But, I mean, if you count it by, like, sevens, you know, like football by sixes, you know, a 4-2 game, you know, it's very easily, you know, 24-12, which seems like a regular, you know, fall season game. So, but 4-2 is the score of the last match. I'm excited to see these young ladies play, deserving of the coverage, #1 in the state here. And let's play some ball. Zoom in a little bit closer for you so that way you get a little bit of the action. And this time, starting on time, if you got, remember we actually came to Philip Simmons coincidentally for the boys game as well. And we got hemmed up with that traffic, got a new traffic pattern being built, still being built, causing about a big 30-minute slowdown. About 3 minutes, about 3 miles away. So, you know, if you're used to the drive towards Philip Simmons and you know where your mile markers at, you know, your landmarks are, you're like, oh, I'm about 5 minutes away from the school. And it turns into 30 minutes because you get hit that slowdown, which is a big difference. But able to game plan for that this time. Apologize, thought I started that clock there. And I'll get it caught up for us in a second. Apologize there. Kicked a little bit short. Beaufort High on the attack. And trying to keep that ball inside of their possession. Quick throw in, trying to make it there to the end line and kicked out of bounds. That one a little bit wide. And don't forget, folks, don't be shy as well in the chat. Let me know who you're rooting for. Let us get a Go Eagles or a Go Lady Iron Horses in the chat. However you make sure you spirit, maybe some purple hearts, maybe some green hearts. And let us know where you're watching from if you watch it from far out the way. If you watch it from out of state, I'd love to see those out of state viewers here on Beaufort Zone. So let me know if you're watching. Peyton Mullen was our fan favorite during the last stream. We covered girls soccer versus Bluffton. So. Hirschman on the throw in. Gets kicked right back from a Lomar. Trying to get into position to kick here. They got it in their possession close to the net here. Kick the front, opportunity for a one-on-one here, trying to get in position. And a shot on goal, and a nice save picked up there from, I believe that is Laney. Goalkeeper taking over duties for Wilson. He was the Region Player of the Year 2 years ago. Now off to play college soccer. Now, it says a lot about this Lady Eagles team. While they haven't had the, to my knowledge, the deep playoff run success that they would have liked to. I know the boys went to state all over the state last year. But these girls, if you could pull off a couple of region players of the year back, but it says how well you've been doing, at least in the region. And you had Wilson, and then now you have Duncan. Last year, still on the team, leading the team, obviously, in goals, and she's their lead attacker. And that's what Miss Wilson has been doing, coaching this team. And that one off the crossbar. And a nice shot attempt by Evelyn Healy. Philip Simmons doing a good job keeping possession of the ball. Has been on their half of the pitch for most of the night, just to start, about the first 5 minutes or so here. And just to update, just in case anybody didn't catch it, I did update that clock for you, so that clock is correct that you see on your screen, so that is the correct time. I know usually if you're inside of the stadium, the clock normally counts down from 40. We count up to 40, and then you have that 2-minute rule, and we let it go or keep running during that 2 minutes, so you can kind of get an idea of how long each half was with playing time, because we have no indication, at least from the refs, how much stoppage time is left. Of course, watching girls high school soccer, you're kind of familiar with the rules, but just a little bit of refresher there if you're new to the stream. Kicked up front, dunking on the run, but that's going to be a little bit too far out of her reach as that one's scooped up. And Ms. Byram down there trying to play keep away from Healy. Already got one shot on goal here tonight, but just a little bit high off the crossbar. High kick inside. Everybody looking for a little bit of headers there. And a slow roller almost snuck in and kicked out by Mullen. And how close of a score so far. Two basically shots on goal for the Lady Iron Horses here in an exciting matchup. Like I said, 4-2, so these girls are going to put some shots on goal towards the net. That's what I'm expecting to see here. That one a little bit too far as it goes into the long jump or triple jump pit over there for the track and field. But so that's what I'm excited to see is tonight, some exciting shots on goal attempts tonight. And, you know, that's when when you're learning the sport of soccer, that's just one of the things you want to see. You know, you want to see some defense. You want to see some shots on goal. And, you know, when both teams are, playing great defense in the middle of the pitch and there's not too many shot on goal opportunities, you kind of just watching them, kind of kick the ball around. So as a nuance to the sport, that is, something that I like to see when I'm watching the game so far too. For the Lady Iron Horses, and trying to play aggressive, trying to even up the region series. Try to get back in the fight for the region play. Of course, hand-to-hand still undefeated in the region. So this is very much still a deciding factor. Both teams still having to play hand-to-hand. Crosby watching out for the pole there on the side of the goal there. Almost ran into it. And speaking of the polls, that's one of those things that speaks to the the field awareness of athletes. You get used to playing a sport so long, you kind of have a natural feel, like a sixth sense of where the goal bars are. Same thing with football. You have the field goal post in the back. Over the course during football season, it's obviously covered and padded up. You kind of get a feel for it, and you don't run into, you would think, with a lot of patterns and a lot of saves and diving attempts that, goalkeepers would have to do, and football players running, post patterns in the end zone, that somebody would run into that, one of those posts, a little bit more frequently. Not saying I want it to happen, but, definitely don't, especially being a football player myself. I definitely don't want to run into a pole, but you're surprised that it doesn't happen as often, but you kind of get a feel for where things are. It's like walking through your house in the dark, basically, is what you want to kind of attribute that sixth sense to. And then, of course, you move into a new house and you kind of bump into everything, kind of feeling around. Now, I will say a good start for the Lady Iron Horses here. They've kind of, kept the possession, so far at this point, about 12 minutes in. And, they got 3 shots on goal. Of course, a couple coming very close to being scores. Only one kind of wide to the right there. And still have the ball here, so an aggressive start for them. It hasn't yielded any points yet, but still a good start. And he kicks it out wide right. Philip Simmons able to gain possession, trying to fight forward in the middle. Nice shoulder there, and another slow roller. And another one coming off of the foot of Healy. I believe that's her second shot attempt on the night. It's a great defense from the Lady Iron Horses. Maggie Brown getting into the fight right there with Hirschman. Hirschman able to win, kick it to a teammate. Hamlin tried to go around there. Need an inline for running out a little bit of real estate there. To the legs of Healy, kicked away. Ferguson not able to find the room, and right into the hands of Laney, and they're going to call that a save, a close one for Johanna Laney. And, the Philip Simmons fans obviously, think that might have been a goal, and I'm watching up here from the sky view, and I think that might be one of those rules where as long as it crosses the plane, just the tip of the ball, a lot harder to see probably with a soccer ball, no instant replay and things like that. Probably looking for a more obvious goal instead of a close call, but that one, at least from this angle, from the view, it looked like that might have slowly got in there. So attempt number 4. For the Lady Iron Horses, still got possession, kicked inside, looking for the header. There's Healy on the outside. She's got 2 shot attempts tonight, and that one slowly ruling out the back. Nice move, a long kick opportunity off goal, off the gloves of Laney. Double tap, long shot on goal attempt. So number 5 for the Lady Iron Horses, and still 0 for the Lady Eagles. And once again, still keeping possession. Beaufort finally gets across midway and immediately taken right back, kicked up front. And Laney going to come out and scoop that one up. Throw across the French to Ferguson. Now able to keep control. Hirschman putting off the moves. Hamlin kicks across the pitch, try to get chased down there by Neary. Able to get it, kicked out. Lady Eagles able to avoid the threat there. Duncan trying to work, trying to get opportunity for a shot on goal there. Great defense. Once again from the Lady Iron Horses, and able to take that ball away from Pedro Perez. Looks like she was calling for possession. It looks like we got a corner kick coming up on the way here. From the corner, and that's going to go over the back of the goal. Hirschman on the run, gets across midway, kick up front, and then kicked back near center by Pacheco. Right back to Hirschman, this time taken away by Ferguson. Ferguson playing a little aggressive, and there towards the bottom of the screen there.
Other side.
Trying to find Serum, looks like trying to line up a pass there. Loomis playing the defense in the top corner. Don't forget, tuning in and you're enjoying our coverage, you can text Beaufort to 801-801 help support our coverage of local high school sports. That's Beaufort to 801-801. Corner kick, looking for the headers. Low ball, and kicked away by Mullen. A little bit of a slip on the ball. And there goes Duncan trying to get on the attack. I believe scoring about 2.3 goals per match so far this season. Kick from the middle and sails just over the crossbar. To throw in the middle, trying to be kicked away. Blair Scarper trying to get it out of harm's way, kick back to mid-pitch. A friendly kickback, trying to reset position. That kick like was a little bit too far, trying to reach Hamlin in the corner. And Duncan, the aggressive moves near mid-pitch. Kind of basically running over a defender there, Lucy Bailey. trying to work. Down on the bottom there, Loomis taking it away, advancing it across midway, but
Go, go!
again, trying to take advantage. Philip Simmons quickly gets right back, scooped up by Laney.
Come on, Haley.
Ball gets kicked to Duncan. Duncan passes it down low to Ferguson. Looks like she almost was about to roll her ankle there a little bit as she tried to get control of the ball. Byram and Newingham going at it. Down on the bottom. Byram throws it in. Goes straight off the chest of Skipper. Gianna Pacheco. Kicked inside, trying to get it to Duncan right off the Charlotte Blair Scarpa. Probably wasn't expecting. Looks like a little bit of a slow roller in there to the Zanaya Reynolds Morgan. Duncan gets it back, trying to find some room in the middle. That one's going to be scooped up. Iron Horse fans looking for the call on Duncan there. Second time we've seen her get a little feisty tonight. And looks like they're going to change the ball here. A little bit of miss out there, slipping over the ball. Blair Scarper to Reynolds Morgan. Black to Scarper to kick outside on a roll out of bounds. Couple substitutions for the Lady Iron Horses. I believe that is Hamling and Newingham going to step out. And I believe that's Hirschman that steps back in. Didn't notice she stepped out. Then the young lady on the defense there. See if she can get a number on her, and it's Callie Quiggle. Kick up front, gets the dunk in, trying to get on the attack. It's going to be scooped up in another save. So great defense by both the goalkeepers here on the night. Quickly getting in position. Better defense here for the Iron Horses. And, you know, Laney, she's had her troubles, a couple of close calls. But the point is, the scoreboard is 0-0. I believe this is Franco on the attack. Wide roller. And you see what I mean there. The close calls that, you know, seem to kind of scare you a little bit with Laney tonight, is that one, you know, a little bit rolled a little bit out, but, you know, just the awkwardness of that, you know, trying to save that ball and scoop it up, it just kind of missed a little bit. And the close and the great defense on the corner kick. Looked like they were a little bit close to being in trouble. Apologize that scoreboard went missing for the fans at home for a moment. Hirschman showing off the handles. Kicks to the inside. Kicked out. I'll watch out for Healy on the outside. She's got a couple shots on close calls on goal tonight. Hirschman kicks it towards the middle. I believe that was Franco that went for that shot attempt there. Aggressive, the short kick. Philip Simmons being aggressive, almost tried to gain possession right there inside the box, but here comes the throw in, looking for the header, scooped up by Laney. And that's probably been her most sure-handed save of the night, and, you know, might be a positive sign for the Lady Eagles going forward, starting off a little bit shaky on the first couple. And I believe that's 8 attempts now for the Lady Iron Horses. Duncan the pass to the middle, trying to get it back. Opportunity here. Gets by the goalie. The kick from the side, and the Eagles are going to score. They get it on the board first here tonight. It's Selena Duncan, score number 1. And the great defense is finally broken here in the final 6 minutes, about the 34-minute mark of the match. And that's one of those dangerous parts about the goalkeeper coming up a little bit, coming out of goal to try to make the early save, and Duncan able to slip behind the defense, and the goalkeeper came out, wasn't able to get control of that ball, and Duncan just able to kind of angle herself and get that kick as she was kind of drifting out of bounds there towards the end line. There go another shot. Laney for the save. Again, getting a little bit more sure-handed. That's 2 in a row for her. I believe that's the 9th one.
Follow up.
Corner kick on the way, up high. Laney gets her hands on that one and then kicked up high. Good job by Laney getting in there in the middle of the scrum. Just kind of all the bodies flying around and able to still at least get her hands on it. Couldn't get a grab, but still able to just kind of deflect it a little bit. Blair Scarper, kick there, a little bit of contact. And don't forget, folks, about 30 seconds till we get to that 2-minute mark, which is the 38-minute mark for us. Remember, on the field, you guys can't see that clock. We're going to let it keep rolling, and if it goes over 40 minutes, that'll indicate how much stoppage time there was in the match. But we'll let it keep rolling past 40 minutes. But 40-minute halves is the regulation, so anything past that completely would be the extra time. So. And don't forget, folks, if you are enjoying our coverage here on Beaufort's Own here tonight. You can always text Beaufort to 801-801 to donate and help support our coverage of local high school sports. It's been a little bit rough trying to stretch it out and spread the love between all the schools in Beaufort County. We very much appreciate your donation as Laney makes another save. And we are officially over the 40-minute mark on our end, so that's going to do it. We were wondering when it was going to happen, but that's going to officially stop the clock there. So I was going to say it was just about 40 minutes. I doubt she added about 30 seconds. We'll be back in the second half. Beaufort High with the lead 1-0 over Philip Simmons. We'll be right back, folks, after this. Welcome back, everybody, here on Beaufort's own start of the second half. Here, Philip Beaufort High with the 1-0 lead coming off the foot of Miss Selena Duncan. Able to get the one score on the night. So surprisingly, Philip Simmons has been dominating pretty much the possession here on the night, and it's had plenty of shots on goal. I believe they had about 9, if just if my memory serves correctly. I believe it's about 9-3 in favor of Philip Simmons for shot attempts here on the night. And for Lady to come in with those saves, a couple of close calls, and Beaufort able to get the one score to kind of separate this game. But it's still 1-0, so a very close game here. Still nobody's match just as of yet. And there goes goal number 2. And Beaufort High getting the second score of the night. And, they get one off the foot of Duncan. They get another one there. And there goes shot number 2, the long kick for Beaufort to get up 2-0. And it kind of put a little bit of gap between them and Philip Simmons, a little bit of a comfort blanket. And now, a little bit of quietness from the Beaufort team, and then now, up 2-0. Now you're starting to hear the communication from the Lady Eagles. Don't let up. Treat the score like it's, 0. You hear them down there saying 0-0, and trying to keep the game, like it's 0-0. But start to hear a little bit of cheers from the Lady Eagles. Still long way to go. 40 minutes still to go here.
All right, Cash, run it out.
And now Philip Simmons here trying to gain some of the momentum back on the attack, trying to get a shot. All goal here. Great defense from the Lady Eagles to avoid a potential threat there. And finally, the first goal, Philip Simmons, and the scoring starting to open up here on the night as Philip Simmons get the first goal. Probably a little bit too late there for the replay. Apologize about that, folks, but and now the scoring open up here, 2-1. the score. Philip Simmons coming away with the goal here. And just the ladies, both of the ladies starting to feel aggressive here tonight and starting to realize that, you know, somebody's got to break this game open, and the scoring's going to have to be done as 0-0, 1-0 going into the half. Selena Duncan able to get that one and getting the sense and the urgency to come on and score the second one, and I'll score 2-1. Long bouncer, Duncan able to get away, get behind the goalie again. Beaufort with another one. That makes it 3-1 Beaufort, and the scoring started to open up here. The young ladies putting some shots on the goal. You see a little bit of a shoot celebration right there from the young ladies. I believe that was Caroline Ferguson who got that score there, if I'm not mistaken. It was a very tightly contested with it was still tight, but still 3-1, but you know, a game that was, you know, 0-0 for most of the first half, and then just the final score right there by Duncan at the last moments there, about the 34-minute mark, and to start off, you know, 1-0 in that first half, and so far 3 scores, not even in the first 10 minutes of the second half. A little bit of offensive explosion here from these ladies right here to start the second half. Both looking to try to bring it home. Working around, trying to go around Reynolds Morgan. Haley Franco kicks to the other side. That one kicked out of the way by Lucy Byram. There goes the throw in off the foot, kicked out of the way. But not completely. Still trying to stay on the aggressive there. And a long shot, scooped up by Laney. That one kicked near the middle of the pitch there. Side, the slow roller, and going to be scooped up by Laney. Once again, another save on the night for her. So Blaney tossing it out. They're going to let Pacheco kick it out for the second time in the second half. We'll start. A little bit too far in the direction of McElhaney. Tossing it right back in, trying to work that in line there. Crossed away, and the bouncer, and a score.
Goal! Iron Horses!
going to be Haley.
Hallie Quibble with the assist from Chesney, number 14.
There you go, Callie Quiggle with the score. It was a tight game. Thought it was going to be a low scoring game. Thought, game was going to get back to low scoring, and just that fast. You see that score that was 4-2 the last time these young ladies played. It's gotten pretty much up to that already. It just pretty much the first 10 minutes of the second half. You've had 4 scores, 2 apiece by these young ladies. And to the fans, where you at? That's some high scoring and no cheering inside of the comments. Let me know if you're cheering on your young ladies here in the chat, watching the stream here. 3-2 here, 10 minutes into the second half. Let me know what you think about this scoring explosion here by the young ladies. Long kick, Laney comes in and scoops that one up. Kicked out front, trying to take it away from Quiggle. Was Pacheco. Taken away. Kick cross to Duncan. Duncan gets it back to Blair Scarpa. Up front to Duncan. Duncan, once again, she's got behind the goalkeeper a couple of times in the save. And not this time. Comes up in the defense for the collision, and that time you see the collision coming towards Duncan. She's been the one that's kind of been doing a little bit of the bumping so far tonight, and finally a little bit of collision coming towards her that time. Don't forget, if you're enjoying our coverage on the night, you can always text Beaufort to 801-801. That's Beaufort to 801-801. Help support our coverage of local high school sports. And there we go. We got the Kaiserlings checking in for Beaufort. We got Todd and Kimberly with the Go Eagles, or Let's Go Eagles and the Go Eagles. Thank you guys for tuning in here on the chat. Appreciate you. Philip Simmons able to get possession. Franco putting on the moves. The shot attempt high. Haley Franco evens the game at 3-3. And man, these girls are starting to put on a show here in the second half of this match. And you're starting to see the offensive skills start to show off, and it's that pressure, it's that urgency that starts kicking in the second half of a region competition between two good teams, and that's what happens. You start to feel a little bit. Somebody's got to break away. Somebody's got to make a move, and as much defense as you want to heap the praise on the defense. Somebody's got to score, and that's kind of been that preacher agency. Looks like a young lady took a ball to the face there. I believe that's Tess Neary. We're going to step away for an injury timeout, folks, and we'll be right back here on the Beaufort Zone, and hopefully she'll be okay. Yeah, welcome back, folks, here on Beaufort Zone. The injury timeout as I look like Tess Neary took a ball to the face there. I'm not going to say it looks like she did, but she was able to get up pretty quickly and then would take her time, walk to the sidelines, only down for a short moment. Looks like Lizzie Hamlin is going to check in for Neary. Ax Rosa would honestly be prepared for some stoppage time here in the second half. Trying to find some room. Franco Quaggle fighting for it. Defense by Beaufort, kicked away. Save from going across the pitch. Kick back to Duncan. Duncan trying to get going, taking it right back. I believe that's Bailey that was on that defense there. Blair Scarper kicks up front to Duncan and trying to find the angle. And behind the goal. And almost another score for the Lady Eagles here off the foot of Duncan, but instead the score going to stay tied at 3-3. Long kick right there. Looks like that was off the belly of Mullen there. Trying to chase it towards that in line, but be for possession. And it looks like that call is going to be against Beaufort as you hear the the cheers from the Philip Simmons fans with the thank you.
Come back to us. Move. That's it. Keep moving. There you go.
And don't forget, folks, if you're watching, on your phone, if you're watching, I don't know, most mobily, that's what everybody does. As I realize most of our viewers are mobile watchers, but don't forget, if you're at home, you can blow this up. You could join us on YouTube and blow it up on your smart TV. If you have Facebook Watch app, I think they might have got rid of the Facebook Watch app on smart TVs. But if you got a smart TV, projector, Fire Stick, or anything at home, you can watch on YouTube and on the full screen. You don't got to stare at your phone all night. But regardless of how you're watching, I appreciate you either way. But just a little tidbit of information right there. So if you want to watch on your TV, definitely you can go ahead and blow that up.
Create space. Go wide. Wider. Tatum. Somebody step to the ball. There you go. Hunter, take. Challenge. Challenge. Go, Tatum. Time. Time. There you go. Move in. Move in. Far post.
Trying to find some room, trying to work on that baseline and kicked out of bounds by Mullen. Ball tossed in. Philip Simmons able to get a foot on it, and that one's going to slide on the outside of the net. No effort from Laney needed on that one.
That's it. Stay there. There you go. Stay in there. That's it. Nice. Good work. Good work.
Kicked up front, trying to find Duncan. Great defense there by Philip Simmons. Boarding the pass there. And the advance and the kick and the save. Elena Evan fighting up close. Her and McElhaney, and then finally Rose out of bounds. Looks like Mullen was coming over on the help defense there. There goes Pacheco. The kick. About 3/4 of the way to mid-pitch there, but it's short. To Blair Scarpa. Let's try to get that one over to Carson Crosby. Kind of let that one slip between the legs there, going out of bounds. Inside to Franco. Trying to get that one off. Duncan trying to take that one out of possession. Looks like the other one almost went off the body of another player there. Blair Scarpa. Kicked away. I believe that was Feist on the defense right there for the Lady Iron Horses. And Pacheco just kicks that one out of the way. Blair Scarpa kicks it down to the bottom of the screen there. Pedro Perez kicks it back to the middle. Up front, Duncan trying to throw the shoulder. Defense by Feist and Newingham able to avoid. Kicks it out of the way of Crosby. Pedro Perez showing off a little bit of speed there, a little bit of burst in the middle for getting that one taken away from her there. And you know what's interesting? The goals have come mostly from the middle from Philip Simmons is something I noticed, and they're kind of attacking the near side for us, the near side in the middle, and not so much the far side, closer to the benches, which is a shot because Healy has got a couple of good shots on goal inside of that first half, but since they switched sides of the pitch here, it's hasn't been able to happen there. I haven't really called her name too much since then, and there was a couple of passes towards her in the beginning, and now kind of haven't really called her name too much. And the high kick, and that would have been a stroke of good luck if that was able to drop in for the Eagles there, but high out the way. Kick to Crosby, up front to Duncan. Duncan, the long ball, and a little bit off the mark there. Trying to avoid the attack. Crosby. An opportunity trying to fight there. Duncan puts one off the toes, but another save. That one tossed to the bottom of the screen here to Baker. Baker able to avoid defense there from Pedro Perez. Baker kicks it up front. And it looks like a little bit too far for Quiggle. Throw in, trying to slip in a bunch of white jerseys in the way for that one to kick near mid-pitch, but quickly scooted up and picked up, and Vance still possession Philip Simmons, and Beaufort makes it cross the mid-pitch, gets up front. Philip Simmons still has the player with possession, basically. Her and Duncan trying to fight for it there on the far sideline, and a little bit of a push there. The fans looking for a call. And finally, a yellow card called on Miss Duncan. But she gets it for the push, and that's probably about her third time getting a little bit physical on the night. So the yellow card called on Duncan, and she's going to step out for a moment. Looks like that's Sophie Brown, the sophomore, going to make her way onto the pitch to replace Duncan.
Come on, Purple, recover! Said the ball was out of bounds first.
A little bit of defense off the shoulder, followed by the header from Franco. And the silence there, his body falls to the ground. That's probably a little bit of a fair play there. Not sure 100% about the contact rules in girls soccer, but a little bit of silence there from the fans. There's nothing to call there. The long shot and almost slipped through her hands there, but still, guess that counts as a save. All right, as long as it doesn't score. And Duncan checks back in to the game for the Lady Eagles after taking a break, receiving that yellow card. An opportunity, and like I said, they're looking for some room. You hear a lot of the fans below us. I'm not sure if you guys can hear them as well as I can, but calling for that shot, looking for the left corner is where they feel the weaknesses and where they're, sounds like where they're trying to score from. A wide kick far off the mark there, but Duncan comes in, scoops that one up. The kick to the middle to Pacheco. And Pacheco looks like she can't get it past Newingham on the defense. Jenkins, ball working. You hear the cheers from the fans. Working, looking for that fourth score. And that was probably about the quickest throw in on the night as we get down to the final minutes right here. And just want to remind folks, as we are officially at that 78-minute mark, of course, the time is officially kept on the field by the center rep, so we have no indication of when the game is going to end. It should end at the 80-minute mark, but the time is kept on the field by the referee, so anything over 80 would be considered extra time. Just a reminder that Tess Neary for Philip Simmons did go down for a little moment. She was hit in the face with the ball for a little bit, and it looks like the center ref started and stopped her clock. So we'll see. So probably expect a little bit of extra time here in the end of the second half. And the long kick and to that wide outside of the goal there. And we are officially at 80 minutes, so we are in the extra time. No indication of how much it could be. I mean, I'm assuming this probably might be about 2 minutes, might be the extra time, but who am I to judge? And here comes the kick from the side towards the goal, off the crossbar. That's the sidebar. I guess the top would be the crossbar since it's a cross, but Duncan kicks it a little bit behind her. It looks like a bit of a nifty move there, but Blair Scarpa on the fight, trying to advance. Kicks it up front towards the goal. And a little bit of fumble. Goalkeeper out of the net. Opportunity here. Kick towards the goal and a little bit too high. Another kick from Crosby. Looking for some room. And unannounced extra time here. Looking for some room. Franco the pass. Front shot and the save. But still going to be Philip Simmons' ball. Here comes the corner kick. Corner kick. Looking for some room. Scooped up by Laney. And advance. Kicked up front. Jenkins takes it back, and that's going to do it end of the match. So I was almost close. 2 minutes. Oh. Well, that's going to be the game. 3-3. So it looks like it's going to be 3 minutes of extra time. It's what it's going to be. We'll be right back, folks, for the overtime, and we'll be right back here on Beaufort Zone. We're just going to mute the camera here for a moment, and we'll be right on back. What's going on, everybody? The start of the first extra here on Beaufort Zone. Game played very closely here with both of these teams. Tightly contested in the first half. 1-0, the only goal by Selena Duncan, and that was in the final minute. I believe that was the 34th minute that goal was scored by Duncan. Start of the second half, that's when the fireworks started. Quick 3 goals within the first 10 minutes. And then the score finally evened up 3-3. And it's been toughly contested ever since. So we had 3 minutes of extra injury time right there. That was for the injury to Miss Neary. And so this is the first extra time, so extra 5 minutes. So you see the +8 right there. So we're looking at the 88-minute mark. There's no extra time. So they'll play an extra 5 minutes right now to see if anybody scores. And if nobody scores in this 5 minutes, they'll play extra 5, and then it'll go PKs. So an extra possible 10 minutes of play of here before we go to PKs. Looking for some room. Skipper, a little bit of aggressive kicks there. Duncan kicks that one far up forward. You see the speed from Duncan on the payoff, trying to make a move, and the defense coming in, kicking that one out of the way. Grace Ward. Wide kick, trying to come in for the header. Not able to get it. Lady Iron Horses on the advance here. And the save from Crosby. So the shot on goal attempt right there, scooped up by Crosby, laying on the ground there. Once again, 2-minute mark, clock stops for us. So we're looking for 88s on our board. And there goes Duncan, the shot saved. And finally tossed out of bounds there. Off the mark, the fumble, and scooped up. And I called it a fumble, but the scramble is that once everybody, when it gets kind of close and there's a lot of people standing around the ball, they're trying to figure out who's going to kick the ball. Everybody's kind of looking around, searching for it. 88. So we get an extra 5 minutes. And I know usually if you're a soccer fan, you see that plus. I think, usually it's the indication of stoppage time for other reasons throughout the game. But that's the best way for us to be able to signal it to you with the scoreboard that we have. So extra 5. Who on the board? So we'll be going to 93. In the save, and the shot attempt from Duncan.
Haley, talk. Lizzie's right next to you, Lizzie, right next to you.
And the whistle's in the middle, so the signal said it's going to be white ball. So and it looks like we've got a player down. Philip Simmons on the backside. I'm not sure if she fainted or tripped on the ball. Was on the other side of the pitch. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. And I can't see a number from this distance to see who the young lady is. But Nia Reynolds Morgan is going to be out. And Talisha Frazier is going to make her way onto the pitch for the Lady Eagles. The start of the extra. The shout out once again to Mr. Kaiserling with the Let's Go Eagles. New to the game, Frazier chasing around on the defense. To the bottom of the screen, putting on the moves goes Skipper. Skipper looking for the header. Oh! And Laney gives up the score. Philip Simmons off of the header. A little bit too far back, but Philip Simmons gets the score to take the lead. Philip Simmons takes the lead 4-3. And it's one of those things where, you watch the game with Laney, and it just hasn't been too sure-handed on the night. She had a lot of saves earlier. Philip Simmons was kicking some heat a little bit earlier in the match in that first half. They weren't able to score, but Laney was having a hard time being able to hold on to those shot attempts, even though, she stopped them from scoring. But and finally, that one gets through her hands. Look, she allowed one earlier, but, they didn't call it a goal. And then that time, she got her hands on it, got in position, and just kind of let it slip through just a little bit. Not able to hold on to it there. Philip Simmons, 4-3. You're officially at that 2-minute mark on the scoreboard. 93 will be the end of regulation, but we did have that injury to another Philip Simmons player. Wasn't able to see her jersey number. She stepped out for a moment, had to limp off the field. So we'll see if we get anything over 93. Anything over 93 will be considered extra stoppage time. So not too much time left for the Beaufort Eagles. They got to get a score here fast, not knowing how much time is left in the game. I'm pretty sure they probably know on the field, but up here we have no score. The best chance, they give it to Duncan. And a Duncan, the header on the defense. That one kicked away. So regulation-wise, we are over that 13-minute mark, so not sure when the game will actually stop here. That one kicked in by Pacheco. Trying to find some room. That one kicked away. From the corner, Philip Simmons trying to advance to their side of the pitch. Now on the attack, staying aggressive. They have already got the lead. There goes the defense from Mullen, kicks it back near midway. There goes Frazier. Frazier gets it taken away. Kick down low, the bottom of your screen. That's Skipper. Skipper kicks it towards the middle. No one able to get a header. And that's going to do it. Philip Simmons is going to win the match, folks. Philip Simmons is going to win. And the second extra. For extra 15 minutes, they take down Beaufort in the second match of the night. Philip Simmons wins 4-3 here on Beaufort's own. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Appreciate everybody for joining us for the night. Mr. Kiesling, Mrs. Kate Kiesling, I want to thank everybody. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed our coverage on the night, you can always text Beaufort to 801-801 to help support our coverage of local high school sports. That's Beaufort to 801-801. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night as we got Beaufort High softball hosting Elizabethton from Tennessee, and softball tomorrow night at the Nest. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here. Once again, my name has been Javon Livingston. Thanks for tuning in and have a great night.